All right, everyone, we're going to take a look real quick at the higher time frame, YM RTH Open, and this morning, 3/4/25. And so just we knew that we were in an expanding triangle. We knew that they were going to try to touch the bottom of it, likely, and then possibly try to get back up off of those lows, and if not, the bears are going to try to break out. So our initial this morning when it opened is we had a gap down here. Let me see if I can think. So we had a gap that needed to be filled, and it was right from about this area right here, and I believe we had those lows where it kind of opened. So we have this whole area was a gap, and we had a high and another close and another high, all in a close, all inside this area. So once it reached the bottom of that, that actually would have been a good blind entry there, because we're low on our oscillator. It's already did 2 legs here. We got a small reversal bar, and then it did struggle, but it did come off of that. That would have been an okay win, I would have said. It would have been a quick win if you did a blind entry there. But with that being said, these dojis here wouldn't have felt so great. And now once we're above our rate of change here, so we have our divergence and convergence indicator and our relative momentum is above, we don't want to really be selling until at least it makes 2 legs. And so when it just kind of went choppy here, and so if anything, when it's above here, you want to try to think of buying. There wasn't really anything that's helped with that theory, because all it did was go sideways, but it did actually end up going up in the overall. So that could have worked out. We had a double top here, and then we tried to break out and it reversed, and you can see that we had a double top, and then we had some actual order flow divergence, 1374 there. So this also being kind of a 3 leg up or 4 leg back, or however you want to look at it. It kind of went up 1 leg, and then it went sideways with another leg, and then it finally made a little 2 leg up to the highway here. And then when it fails from over the top of the highway like that, you could have waited here, or maybe even on that bar, if you wanted extra confirmation. And then of course we knew we were going to be looking at that 42,700 zone. So we were looking at this zone down here to be hit. So it made a little move down and tried to break out again of those lows, and then failed back up. But then you could have just continued to sell here. This would not have taken you out, but it would have been kind of waiting. And then you got another attempt, and then a couple dojis, and then after that, those 2 dojis right there, when you got that confirmation bar breaking lower, that's the point. Actually, this is where I made my money this morning, is on that move down there. And we got these dojis here. I cleaned it off for that, and then kind of walked away, and then it actually went down to that 42,700. It actually went a little further beyond that as well. So but that was this morning, and like I said, from that point could have got a couple more, possible buy right here. It only went a few bars, and then you got a double top to sell again, and that would have been a good win. You got another trend sell off of the highway there with another good win, another trend sell, and with another good win. And this is just moving on down to those gap zones. And so Sooner or later it was going to fail. And not sure what time that was. Maybe 8:30, 8:30 after the euro closes. The market kind of made its couple legs back up for a retracement, but pretty easy to sell the trend this morning. Once we got this this buy gap going in, we really wanted to sell on this side of the highway there. And then also, if it came back to that gap up there later on, we'd want to sell that as well. But it seemed like it continued to sell off. And again, if you took every turn, you probably could have made money too, but I don't like doing that so much. We get another sell gap, and so we have one above now and one below. And this is at 8 something in the morning, so I'm gone by here, but you see it went through that sell gap there and started creating a buy gaps around 8. So again, whenever the market comes back underneath this X rock, see how you can see that came a nice sell. When it goes back over, you want to be careful, because it could be have your last hurrah, or you could be looking for a reversal. So usually if it pulls back over, like in this situation, you want some type of divergence. So if you're looking at this, you're looking at some hidden divergence or convergence, and that gives you a little more weight on coming to the downside. Also, that you're just failing to come back over that highway right there, where you can see that when it fails, it tries to go for a few more bars. So all right, well, that was this morning. It did well, and we'll see you on the next one.